Hey friends, hope you're all doing well. This is going to be part 3 of my video vlog for chasing Daredevil. So far I've been very successful in my hauls this week. I filled up a short box. I've done more after, I did another haul after this one as well, but this is the Saturday video that I promised you guys. Thanks for sticking around. Sorry for spamming the Daredevil books, but lately I've just been really excited and motivated from collecting these and just talking to you guys about these great books. So thanks so much, I appreciate the support. Number 37 from 1968. This is Gene Colan, cover and interiors. This is actually the first appearance of the Latvian embassy. There you go, features Dr. Doom right there on the cover. Gorgeous black cover. I think it's in great shape for a cover that's not from 1968. That's 90% covered in black. I think it's in phenomenal shape. Issue number 40 from 1968 as well. This is also Gene Colan art and cover. Stan Lee story, of course. I really love Frank Miller's covers. This is number 185. This is actually the first comic book issue of Daredevil that Klaus Janson did the interiors, the pencils and inks. That was his duties. So, fantastic stuff. One of my favorite Frank Miller covers. I have a lot of favorite Frank Miller covers for Daredevil, but this is actually one of my favorites. This is issue number 190. This is the resurrection of Elektra. Great stories, just great stories, man. Jumping up to 226, we have some Mazzucchelli. 238 is an Arthur Adams cover. Sal Buscema does the interiors for this issue. It's of course a Sabretooth versus Daredevil battle. 274 from 1989, John Romita Jr. The Inhumans make an appearance in this issue. 276, JR. This is the issue where Daredevil beats Ultron with a stick. 277 is nice. Actually, it's not. I like this cover actually. It's by Rick Leonardi. 280. This is Daredevil versus Mephisto. 283. This is the Mark Bagley cover. Captain America is obviously there to give him a hand. 284. This is actually really cool. Remember when I just showed you the Daredevil versus Mephisto issue? Well, yes. So Daredevil went to hell, came back with some amnesia, very disoriented. I actually read these when I was bagging and boarding. I really love this story arc. So who was the Man in Black? It actually is Bullseye, and Matt Murdock actually thinks he's Jack Murdock, his father. So Bullseye becomes Daredevil and causes shit all over the place. Oh, that's our Lee Weeks cover. 285 Lee Weeks cover. That's great. You can tell by the face that is actually Bullseye. That's in the Daredevil costume. 287 Lee Weeks. I'm not sure if Lee Weeks does the interiors for this, but this is the story that I really enjoyed. So of course there's Daredevil, well, Matt Murdock, taking up the boxing profession as Jack Murdock. And there's a great panel in here that features Kingpin. I really loved it. No dialogue, and then some thought bubbles of Kingpin, finding ways to screw Matt Murdock and Daredevil. I just really loved it. I don't know if it was Lee Weeks who did it, or if it was I can't say his name, Kyron Dwyer, I think. I have it written down here. So Kyron Dwyer does a great job with flashbacks recreating the story about Matt's father, Jack. Remember when he was supposed to throw that boxing match? Well, Kingpin does the same to Matt Murdock, tells him to throw a boxing match, but he doesn't. It's just so good. I don't know. I just really like this story arc. So after Matt Murdock wins the match, he knows who he is again and goes after Bullseye. But this is actually Bullseye in the Daredevil costume, and that's actually, in Bullseye is actually Matt Murdock. So it's like playing mind games. 291, Matt is Daredevil again and faces off with Bullet, who I don't like. Oh well. 294, Lee Weeks, this is Daredevil versus the Hand. That's a really cool cover, by the way. I love the grays. 314 is Shock. First appearance of Shock. And this is actually Scott McDaniel. Right there on the rock, there's his name. He does the covers and interiors for quite a bit. So yeah, first Shock, who was Mr. Fear's daughter, Alan Fagan. There's two first appearances for Alan Fagan, who was Mr. Fear. There's one in number 6 and one in 91, who is the second Fear. The 315, there she is again. And 321, which is the glow-in-the-dark cover. There is a regular cover to this. I don't know if I have it. I think I do, because it looks familiar. This actually features Daredevil's new costume as well. 324, Fall from Grace, Chapter 5. And 328, which is the Tree of Knowledge interlude. Scott McDaniel cover as well. I went 328. Oops, 327. That's Tree of Knowledge 2 of 5. I screwed up. Oh well. There's my phone. There's my phone. Who's favoriting my tweets? 329. Tree of Knowledge 3 of 5. I don't really like these Scott McDaniel covers. This is 330. Tree of Knowledge 4 of 5. 331. 5 of 5. That's a horrible. It looks bad from the camera. I gotta rebag this. And there's 332, which is the finale. 334, Humanity's Fathom, Part 2 of 5. Covers by Tom Grinberg. 335. Looks like a swipe of a cover, I'm not sure. I have Amazing Spider-Man in my head for some reason. Or a Punisher, maybe. I don't know. That's Tom Greenberg again. Part 3 of 5 of Humanity's Fathom. 337, Part 5 of 5. And 338, which is a Bill Sienkiewicz cover. I'm not sure if he did the interiors. 339 is Mike Dringenberg. I don't know who he is. Kingpin's back and things are heating up for the Daredevil. So Kingpin's trying to build up his empire again from the bottom up. I haven't read it. That's what this solicit said. 341, Sienkiewicz cover. 348 starts the Carrie Nord run. This is from 1996. Some more Carrie Nord. Ascent to Misery, issue number 349. And also this issue has Stick coming back from the dead. 357, Alone Against the Enforcers. Kind of like a homage, throwback to the Silver Age Daredevil. 358 has Mysterio. Reality as we know it crumbles in his grasp. Face the menace of Mysterio. That's a Steve Epting cover. Joe Kelly does the story. 360, Up Against the Absorbing Man. And 361, which is the first appearance of Deuce the Devil Dog. This is the dog that Foggy wanted to give to Matt Murdock as a seeing eye dog, and Matt Murdock didn't want it, doesn't need it. And then apparently Foggy had a card game with Weasel, and Weasel won it and gave it to Deadpool, and Deadpool gave it to Blind Al. So this is obviously Joe Kelly's Deadpool run, where he introduced Deuce the Devil Dog. and 362. More Terry Nord from 1997. And last 367, I can just tell by this year and this banner, this is a time where I actually started my my first real pull list. This is actually Gene Colan cover and Gene Colan interiors, which is pretty cool. And that's it, guys. I got another one coming at you. I don't know when I'm gonna do it. Maybe Wednesday's too soon, but we'll see. I'm having fun with these, and I hope you guys are too. See you later.